For more content like this, log on to gibbopresents.com.
It's Gibbo, and right now I'm once again joined by Pressure Busspipe. How are you?
I'm doing great, Gibbo. Big up yourself. One love.
Your new album, Red Rose, is out now, and I want to discuss it shortly. But let's start with Lion is a Lion, a single you recently released, which isn't on the album. The video for it is one of the best reggae videos I've seen this year. Very well shot and edited. It was filmed in Ethiopia. Am I correct? This was your first visit to the country?
Yes, first visit to the country, yes.
And you visited multiple towns and cities?
Yeah, in Ethiopia, we've been to Bahadar and Gondar. We went to Shashamani, Addis Ababa, and looking forward to visiting other places like Aksum and Harar, Djibouti and different cities in Ethiopia.
Did you go out there with an idea of what you wanted the video to look like, or was that not really possible as you hadn't been to any of the locations before?
No, we was just naturally shooting scenes, Everywhere we went. I mean, the journey to Ethiopia was not to shoot a music video, but yet still we had in mind, if it was possible, we would like to get that done as well. So what we did is that the things that we had set up to visit the monasteries and visit the ancient churches and, to go into the towns and meet with the AU and, those things were, easy to document as we go along. So every time we got a chance, we after we finished whatever we was doing in the area, we would turn to shooting a video, to make use of the area we were in and stuff like that. So it was a great vibes, and the whole video happened naturally. Yeah.
The video starts with a speech from Nyabingi Shashamane elder Marcus Selassie, aka Ras Solomon Wolf. For the benefit of those who may not be familiar with him, can you explain why he's such an important figure and why you chose to begin the video with his words?
Well, he's one of the eldest. He was one of the eldest in Ethiopia that has repatriated from Jamaica. Living in Shashamani, and he, at the time, the people who I went to Ethiopia to visit, highly respected him, and I always talked about when we go to Shashamani, they want me to meet up with him and hold a reasonment and stuff like that. So it was a good vibe, and I felt the energy around the people who are around him, how well protected he was, and how they made sure that his health was up and everything was good, and which was a great vibes for me. So, when we explained to him what we were doing and the motive we had, he saw that, we were real serious about the Rasta movement, and he wanted to be a part of helping us along the way on the journey. So he became a part of the music video. We had to help him along the way to the journey, to reach to the tree and to help us, hold some reverence and stuff like that. And it was all great, because they are the elders who set the foundation for us. And, it's all about saying that back to Africa and repatriation and stuff like that. This is all good to talk about. But when you have an elder who actually repatriated back to Ethiopia, Africa, and is living there and is comfortable, then it holds a power. There's a power that resides in the midst. So I was truly blessed and given thanks to even work with the RAS.
Lion is a Lion was produced by I-Grade Records and Mastic Soul, who is an accomplished dance music producer from Portugal. How did you link up with him?
Well, that was a mystical movement. I want to tell you, me and I-Grade, we were on tour in Europe, and the tour manager was from Portugal. So he was telling me that when we get to Portugal, he knows somebody that wants to possibly feature a track with me. So, we got to Portugal and we met with Mastic Soul, and the Lion is a Lion track was not even in the question. That wasn't even a thought of. I went to visit his studio to actually feature on one of his EDM tracks, and there was this breakdown. He had this mixture of EDM music, like a mix for his show, and there was this 20 or 30-second breakdown in the mix. Like, EDM is really like hype music. Toop, 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 toop. And then he had this breakdown in the music, which was the Lion is a Lion rhythm, And I was like, whoa, hold up, press pause. Play that again. Play that part of the music again. And he was like, you like that? I was like, what do you mean? He was like, that was the first time I've ever built a reggae rhythm. He is not a reggae producer. That was the first time he's ever tried to even build a reggae rhythm. And he liked it. He thought it was something just to throw in his mix, and it would be something. It was more like, with all the hype going on, it was something to calm the people back down before the hype comes back in again, And I was like, yo, that little part that you said you want to cool down the people, I love that part, and I want that part. I want to do something with that. And he was like, well, sure, like, what do you want to do? I mean, if you like it that much, you could have it and do what you want to do with it. So I was like, okay, well, that's what I want. I want that little piece, and we're going to take that little piece of rhythm that you have, and we're going to loop it, and we're going to turn it into a full track rhythm by itself. And me and TP, we couldn't wait to get back to the Virgin Islands to really start working on the track itself. I already had meditations of how I want to attack the rhythm, what vibes I want to let off on the rhythm. That was my meditation the whole trip in Europe after I got that track. So I couldn't wait to get back to the Virgin Islands to actually lay my vocals, and it was mystical. Creating the lyrics for the music, it was mystical and everything. At first, when I started to write the song, I didn't even want to write the chorus. I'm going to sing lyrics alone, just pure lyrics from the beginning of the track to the end of the track. This is something that people haven't seen me done before, and it's something I want to try. Music, people want to be able to relate to it, and you hear a chorus and it's something that you could relate to, and it's more, it's repeatable and easy to remember, a chorus. But that wasn't my case in this Lion is a Lion track. I didn't care about a chorus. I didn't care for people to remember a chorus. I wanted people to remember the lyrics and the way that, and the message that I was bringing in the music. So I created it, and after about a week, after I finished the song, well, I wouldn't say finished, but after I recorded the song, it was only until after about a week I thought about, something, probably I should add a chorus to the song. Probably it would make more sense and make the song more relatable and, easy to catch on to, Why don't I just go back in the studio and try to put a chorus together? And I came up with Lion is a Lion, and we added to the song, and it was history. TP was from the beginning of the track, from the time the track, we started recording the track to the end of the chorus. TP was like, yo, Pressure, this is a hit. I'm not telling you no lie, this is a hit. The minute we release this, it's going to create a tornado, a wave storm. So just get ready. So we had the song I'm not going to lie, we had the song for over a year before releasing the song, and we would play the songs at the Dub in the Rainforest once in a while, but never full release. So we would be getting a lot of reach out from people like, yo, when are you going to release that song, Lion is a Lion? And, because one or two people would hear it. And people would start to talk about it, but they couldn't find it on on iTunes, couldn't find it on the internet or anything like that, and we had it held back for a special moment. So me and TP, we decided that November 2nd, which is the coronation of His Majesty, Crown King of Kings, Lord of Lords, to release that track and the video at the same time, being that it was a significant moment for Rastafarians around the world.
You mentioned the release date there, and it's uncommon that an artist releases a single and an album so close together when the single is not featured on the album. Did you have any reservations about this?
No. Sometimes we do things and don't think, we just put out music. And I realized that because the reason why I've done that is because the album and the single is two different things, It's like there's one side of Pressure that's with the streets and with the ghetto and with poverty and the upliftment of people. And then there's another side of Pressure that's soft and for the ladies and to sing lovers' music. So I didn't see like anything stepping in the way of another, It was two different projects that went in their own separate direction. So it wasn't anything that was mashing on each other's toe. You understand? And of course, a lot of people was like, "Look, I love Lion is a Lion," and I went and I purchased the album, and there was no Lion is a Lion. And I'm like, "Yeah, Lovers Rock album," and we decided that we wanted to release a full album with just love music, and the single was long overdue. And as a matter of fact, I want to be honest with you. Um, I was having trouble trying to find out when my album was going to release. You know, my album released without my knowledge. I released the album and the single were released on the same day, but my knowledge was the single was released on that day. That's why if you check back the history of my promotion from the day of Lion is a Lion, I was not promoting the album because I had no knowledge that my album was in stores or on iTunes. We didn't get the proper communication from iTunes to let us know that the album is going to be released on this day, where we could have a better understanding of how we want to attack the promotion. So it was a situation where I'm promoting Lion is a Lion today, and tomorrow I wake up and somebody texts me like, "Yo, your album is on iTunes. Why are you not promoting your album?" I'm like, "Are you serious? My album is on iTunes. What are you saying?" So I go on iTunes and I see my album. So I start to pick up the phone and I call my manager, I call everybody. I'm like, "Yo, the album is out in stores. How do we not know the album in stores? How am I promoting a single when I have a whole album out and nobody knows about it?" So automatically I dropped the ball with Lion is a Lion and I just started to fully go full force with promoting the album. And this is the very next day after Lion is a Lion was released. So here it is, I'm promoting an album and promoting Lion is a Lion. And I just came to senses and realized, something, it happened naturally. It was something beyond my control. So I'm not gonna fuss about it. I'm just gonna pick up the promotion fight and just go out there and just promote the music and get people to respond to the album and Lion is a Lion. And to be honest with you, I've been getting so much great feedback as far as the album and Lion is a Lion is like. I'm getting the same, like, "Yo, this is one of the best projects you put together with just love songs. I love it." And then you get that same feedback like, "Yo, Lion is a Lion, a beat. Yo, the tune bad and it's a Rasta anthem." And so I'm getting a lot of great feedbacks from both sides of the fence, which is great.
Your promotion for the album certainly paid off because it made an appearance at number 8 in the Billboard Reggae Albums chart. Congratulations. How did you react when you found this out?
Well, it was a great thing, and it wasn't the first. It's not the first time I'm on the Billboard. I know there was a post in Jamaica saying that it was my first entry on the Billboard with that, but it was not my first entry. My album, The Sound, made it on the Billboard as well. It was number 4 on the reggae billboards, and as I could remember that, I've got a lot of great recognition from then. But nevertheless, being on a Billboard is a great accomplishment. It is a great accomplishment, especially coming from me, who I am a independent artist. I have never been signed to a record label or have been given a great, or what you call it, a great money or investment to spend on Pressure to put out music. Everything that Pressure has done from day one, from ever since Love and Affection up until now, even though working with Don Carleon was a plus. He as a producer had great following and things, so Love and Affection got a lot of great publicity as well. But nevertheless, ever since Love and Affection up until now, I have been independent. And to be an independent artist and to be pushing your music solely throughout the world on your own and with help from people as well, of course, from the people that love your music and who want to help along the way. It has been a great journey, and I'm so grateful, because, I've seen myself reach so far, and doing things independently, much less if you had a great budget to really support lots more, probably the albums or the music will reach a lot further. So I'm grateful. It's a grateful situation to know that, I have done so much with so little, and the talent speaks for itself. So I'm truly giving thanks.
I noticed you've done a few Facebook Live videos over the last few months. Do you feel this is one of the most effective ways to interact with your fans today? Is it something you will continue to do?
Yes, it's something I will continue to do, and it's something I just started doing, as you can see. Yeah, because I'm not really a post person. I'm not really a social media person, because I'm sometimes I have to remember that I'm an artist as well. But my true personality is someone who's laid back and not looking for much attention, But more time I have to put myself in the artist's shoes and realize that I am an artist and people need to hear from me. They need to see more of me, So that's my struggle as who I am, and knowing that I am an artist as well, And doing the lives has got me a lot of people get to interact with me live. I'm in the studio and they see me working live, and they get to send a comment live. I get to send back my love and respect live, and I truly realize that it's something great, and people really love that, and to get to, it's like they're getting a chance to walk in your life, walk in your shoes, and see what you do on a day-to-day basis. And I think that it's something incredible, and of course, I plan to do it a lot more time.
You make a cameo in the video for India Iris' powerful single Breathe, which was inspired by the death of Eric Garner and the Black Lives Matter movement. How did this opportunity come your way? Is she a friend of yours?
Well, we are long distance friends, I must say. But the brethren that was standing next to me in the same scene with the Mohawk, that is my good friend. He was born and raised in the St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. He is the DJ for Akon, right? And that is my good friend. And he reached out to me a couple of times, and he said that, India, she loves your music and she would love to meet you. And, every time I link with her, she asks me like, how is Pressure doing in the music? And she would love to possibly meet with me one day. And this has been going on for about a year and a half now. And then he reached out to me recently, I think it was about 2 months ago, and he said that India is in the area and she has this music video, and she was asking if you're in town, if you could possibly come by and, get to meet her for the first time and actually be a part of the video. So I was delighted, of course. India area, I would love to meet her and work with her. So he told me what time to be there, and I went down there. I had nothing to really do that day, and I went to the video shoot. And it was a upful moment. I got to meet her and her mother, and more than just her saying that she loved my music, I heard it from her mother before I even saw India. People in the area were aware of who I was because of how India Ari would talk about my music. So it was a good vibe to know that the environment was just set for that. So it was easy to really get on the set and really, take part in such a historical moment.
Before we finish, I want to ask you about the game of pool. Am I correct? This is your second love after music?
Yes.
How often do you play, and how many years have you been playing for?
I have not been playing for years. I have just started playing pool within the last, 3 years. I've been playing pool, and I have gotten really good. I've gotten really good, and what's funny is that every time I travel to Europe, I make sure I find a pool station. When I'm in the hotel room, I always try to search to find a station that men are playing pool. So that's like something I really love to do in my spare time. And the funny thing is that I don't even own a pool table. So all my friends, they call me the pool shark, because every time I see a pool table, I just get around, grab a sticks, and I start shooting pool. Even by myself. And I always compete. I'm always like, yo, you're not good. You're not saying nothing. You don't want to play against me. I'm always in a competitive spirit, because that's what keeps the vibes going, and it makes me feel like, it helps. Even when I lose, I don't win all the time. Of course you lose. Sometimes I scratch, it's all about the game, but I just love the angling and how you can hit a ball this way and hit it off of the band and it goes into the hole. And it's just something that interests me very much.
Lastly, is there anything else you would like to mention, or anyone you would like to big up?
Well, big up the whole of England. Big up to all the DJs and the people who've been supporting Pressure Busspipe from day one in England, the whole of Europe. To all your listeners, Gibbo, support Pressure Busspipe. The music is clean. We do think about the children and the people who are listening and those who are in need of upliftment. Those are who Pressure Busspipe responds for. Those are the people who I stretch out my hands for and sing good music for. So I truly give thanks to those who have been supporting Pressure, and be yourself, be upright, be of a God spirit. Continue to pray and to live a healthy lifestyle. And this is reaching out to everyone. Life is very short. Within the last year and 2 years, I've lost over 5 friends, to gun violence and to sickness and things due not dealing with a healthy lifestyle. So I've learned by looking at others to try to get myself in order. That's why you may see from time to time I might be posting some stuff. I'm in the gym working out and doing stuff like that, because I try to practice a healthy lifestyle. And I'm not perfect, but the more you try and the more you reach towards, a better life, is the more God will reach halfway and help you over. So I believe in making a positive step for a better future.
Red Rose and Lion is a Lion are both available now via multiple digital platforms. Be sure to go out and support good reggae music. Pressure, thanks a lot.
Big up, Gibbo. One love. Thanks for having me.
Gibbo presents